Start with James Williams from SoCal News Group.
Hey, Dorian, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing good. With school getting ready to start up for the guys, and with this being your guys' first road trip of the season, does that change your guys' practice schedule or just the way you guys go about preparing at all drastically this week, or is it just kind of somehow the same as normal?
No, it's the same as normal. We prepare each week and every week like we have school and stuff. So we have times blocked off and we practice early enough in the morning, so it won't affect us at all.
How do you think playing the first 3 games at home will help you or give you guys an advantage, if any, as far as getting out on the road for the first time?
It's just great having the support, having Bruin Nation out there supporting us on, being able to just play in front of the fans and stuff at home. So it'll be a little bit different being our first away game, but it shouldn't be too challenging since we've been there before. So.
All right, thank you.
Yep, thank you.
Let's go to Mike Regalado from Bruin Report.
Hey, Dorian, good morning.
Good morning.
Question with the narrative with some fans kind of turning their back, if you will. And what can you say to the fans that are still sticking with you after one loss from a team that a lot of people knew was very good coming into last weekend's game?
Yeah, exactly. And all credit goes to Fresno State. Like you said, they're a very good team, well-coached team. So hats off to them. It ended up working their way, and they had the ball last. So, but we still got to clean up our mistakes on our end. There's a lot to learn. Even if we had won the game, there was still a lot to learn from that game. A lot of stuff to go over and correct. So we're learning and growing each day. This team is nowhere near perfect and nowhere near complete. So, we're just working towards our end goal each and every day and going from there.
You had pretty spectacular stats in that game. When the run game wasn't going, you managed to use your legs to get some yards, and you had your best passing game this season. Do you feel like you sometimes have to take the team on your shoulders when things aren't working for you?
No, not at all. Again, just doing my role, playing my part. When opportunities present themselves, it's always about maximizing those opportunities. And leaving no regrets. And so I try to do that as much as I can. And again, there's still a lot of mistakes to go on and correct and stuff like that. So just glad I can just do my role and do my job.
Thank you. Have a good week.
Yep, you too.
Let's go to Ben Bolch from the LA Times.
Morning, Dorian.
What's going on?
Hey, Fresno unveiled a pretty good blueprint for taking away the run game. If you guys see that sort of similar defense this week against Stanford, how do you think you'll attack it?
I'm leaving that up to Coach Kelly and Coach Fry. I know they'll do a great job. I think we've averaged 30-something points a game, so we're doing something right, and we'll continue to go from there. And like I said, we'll just keep growing every day and going from here. So,
Coach Kelly said that the play that the ball slipped out of your hand, the football was wet. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, I don't know what was going on. The grass was pretty wet on the field, so I don't know if the ref or Duke or whoever it was was rolling the ball around a little bit before the snap. But when I got it, it was pretty wet. We also had a miscommunication with the protection. Had to throw hot, had to get the ball out fast, and when you have a wet ball and you don't really expect it, bad things happen. So.
And then one other thing, the offensive line kind of reformulated with Sam coming back. Were there any struggles on that? Did you feel like that maybe guys getting used to each other with the new lineup, or what did you see when you looked at the tape?
Yeah, I felt that there was no drop off. Obviously, the game wasn't perfect, and Sam didn't call a perfect game. But again, us being on the same page, whether we were right or wrong, if we were all on the same page, we were always right. So. I felt that there was no drop off, and I felt that Sam and Duke and whoever else was in that center did a great job. So,
thank you.
Yep.
Let's go to Sam Connon from SI.
Hey, Dorian, how's it going?
What's going on?
So, kind of going back to Mike's question a little bit about the narratives and the fans. You always have your thing about friends over fans. Don't be a fan later. When you see things online that are from fans or from people talking about you being disappointed or upset with you, do you try to tune it out, look past it, or use it as fuel? What do you do with that coming off a loss when I don't know, there might be some room for improvement?
Yeah, at this point, they're wasting their breath because I don't even get on Twitter and Instagram and all that during the week. So I didn't even know that there was backlash on me because I haven't read anything or seen anything. So, yeah, that's all I have to say to that. So,
All right, thanks.
yep.
Let's go back to James.
Yeah, just about the defense. Assuming you've been able to kind of look at Stanford's defense a little bit, what have you seen from them, and what are you expecting to see on Saturday?
Yeah, again, we always know from Stanford and their history that they're going to be a well-coached football team, very disciplined. They're going to be technically sound. They have one of my guys from Gorman over there in Caillou Blue Kelly. So I know what he's about, and he's a really good cover guy. But again, they're a stout team, a very good team. So we got our work cut out for us again this week too.
Thank you.
Yep.
Let's go to Tony Saracusa from Last Word.
Hey, Dorian, I want to follow up on Sam's question because as the quarterback at a high-profile school like UCLA, you're the face of the program, and the school got off to a 2-0 start, and maybe fans got a little too giddy about it while you guys are trying to take it week to week. Is it tough having to face, and I know you said you're not on social media during the week, but is it tough being the face of the program after a loss, especially after such a disappointing loss like Friday or Saturday, where Fresno State had such a great comeback at the end? Is it tough having to come back knowing that everyone's looking at you for leadership?
Not at all, especially with the team that we have and the veteran team that we have. It's not just me. It's guys like Q9, Q-Leg, Sam Marazzo, and Paul, and all those guys too. So, I have no worries, and I don't worry about what everybody else says. They're not gonna make or break our year and define us any other way. So, I have no worries about it going forward, and we're gonna keep pushing like we always have.
All right, man. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, any final questions here for Dorian? Yeah, let's go back to Sam Connon for one more.
Just wanted to ask if you saw or if you heard what happened to Bishop Gorman last week. That probably not the best game, blowing a 17-point lead. What did you think of that?
Yeah, I got to watch the very end of the game. Obviously, a heartbreaker, as well as the rest of my teammates, my California teammates on the team. They gave me a bunch of crap for it Saturday morning. So, yeah, I saw it, and it was very heartbreaking.
All right, thanks.
Yeah.
All right, we got a late hand up from Rick Kimbrell. Let's go to him.
Hello, Dorian.
What's going on?
Not much. After a tough loss like that, a team can get kind of hungover and down. How's the spirit of the team?
I'd say very humbled. We haven't been a top 15 team in a while, and that's gone now. So everybody got their hopes up, and now we're back to the realization of we got to put this work in, and we can't just be all talk and all that stuff. So I think it's a very humble team. We're ready to go back to work and get back to the fundamentals and start this thing over again.
Do you think that having the bye week after you guys were on such a roll, did that play any part?
No,
Maybe
not
having
at all.
Not at all?
No, not at all. I'd say all the mistakes that were made in the game were on us. We gave them the game. They didn't really win the game. Of course, they made some plays here and there, but ultimately, if guys would have just done their job and done it correctly, that game would have been put away a long time ago. So,
Well, best of luck to you next game against Stanford.
thank you.
You bet.
All right, great. Thanks for your time, Dorian.
Thank you.
All right, we got Cam Brown walking up to the computer right now. All right, we're joined here by Cam Brown for the first time. Cam, we got you muted. All
How
right,
are you guys doing?
good. We'll get started here with a question from James Williams from SoCal News Group.
Hey Cam, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. You were originally committed to UCLA before going to Texas Tech. Now you're back at UCLA, or you're at UCLA now. What was it about UCLA that you felt was the right fit for you this time around, and the place you wanted to be and continue your career?
So UCLA was like my dream school, and I've always kept up with them. And watching the games last season, I could tell those guys played hard, and I just felt like it'd be the best fit for me to come back here. And I just really loved how the guys were together and close as a team.
Were you able to communicate, or what has the transfer process been like for you? Obviously, it seems like the transfer class from the year before you seems pretty close. Have they been able to help you kind of transition and get familiar with the lifestyle of UCLA? I mean, I know you guys haven't even started classes yet. So what has the transition kind of been like for you so far?
It's been really smooth. As soon as I stepped foot on campus, the receivers were the first group I talked to. So all those guys opened me with open arms and just kind of showed me how things go around here and really helped me out a lot.
Thanks, Cam. I appreciate it.
Go to Ben Bolch from the LA Times.
How you doing?
Okay.
Hey.
Did you watch that 2017 Texas A&M UCLA game?
I did.
That was something, huh?
It was.
Let's talk about this last week. You had a huge breakout after, I believe those were your first catches all season. What was it like to go from not getting the ball in your hands to having such a big game? What went into that, and do you think you can continue that?
Yes, sir. It was pretty exciting. You never know when your number is going to be called. All you could do is just do your job and prepare every week. So once you maximize your preparation, whenever the opportunity comes, you'll be ready for it. And it just so happened when that happened, I was able to take advantage of it.
Was there something they were doing with their defensive alignment that you think helped free you for that kind of big game?
Some of the leverages they were playing, but for the most part, just when you do your job, there's only one ball on the field. So if you have four other receivers, three other receivers, only one guy can make the play. So it just so happened the ball came to me, and I just had to be ready.
Thank you.
Let's go to Sam Conant from SI.
Hey, Cam, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. So, like Ben was saying, it was your first couple of catches at UCLA. Had those big plays in front of a crowd at the Rose Bowl. Is that good to get under your belt now this week going into your first road game at UCLA?
For sure. It felt pretty good to be able to get the ball, get hit a little bit, feel what it feels like to get back in the action. So trying to be able to keep it rolling.
And then this week going on the road for the first time this season, and obviously you were going on the road last year during COVID, but is it still weird, still different to go on the road with the pandemic and everything, or are you kind of used to these protocols and everything by now?
Kind of used to the protocols by now. Just keep a close-knit circle with the guys on the team and focus on what you need to focus on.
All right, thanks, Cam.
Let's go to Mike Regaletto from Bruin Report.
Hey, Cam, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good, thank you. So how is it fitting in with the coaches, the scheme? What have you learned from Coach Neuheisel, Coach Callie, and Coach Fry?
Can you say that one more time?
Sorry, yeah. Into the scheme, how are you working with Coach Neuheisel, Coach Fry, and Coach Callie? What's that like?
Amazing. Those guys have a lot of knowledge of the game. So be able to come to practice every day and not just hear your position coach, be able to hear your position coach, the head coach, O-line coach, even the running back coach, everybody give great input because they all have knowledge. Is amazing.
All right, other questions here for Cam? Okay, we'll wrap it up then. Thanks for your time, Cam.
Thank you, guys.